So I had somebody hit me up on Instagram a couple days ago, and they was like, yo, bro, I love your channel, bro. It's so fire, so genuine. I'm having a problem. Could you make a video about how to stop caring so much about what other people think? Because I can't live the life that I want to, because I'm afraid that I might come off too harsh and this, that, and the third. I'm like, bro, you know what? Let me make this a video. Let me tell you something about this channel, right? If I sat here and gave a fuck about what people thought, this channel would not exist. Word to bro, right? So when I first was thinking about the ideas of making the videos about like the whole dating stuff and just talking about my experiences, I'm not gonna lie, I was shitting bricks. Why? Because it's like, first of all, my face is attached to these videos. Second of all, these are real stories. So if the person or people I know in real life, they might take it the wrong way, like, oh man, he's very opinionated in some of his videos. And I don't be saying no wild shit, but people got their own opinions and they gonna feel how they feel, right? Especially when I talk about, you know, the crazy gender wars that's happening right now. When I talk on topics like that, you already know that's up for debate. You know what I'm saying? People's perspective of you can change. But I'm just like, bro, like, if you really... If people's gonna stop fucking with you because you have an opinion about something, they don't need to be your friend. And at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? Like, people gonna say what they wanna say, and that's it. Like, if I really sat there, like, I wish I started this whole arc of the channel as sooner, because clearly the shit is working. You know what I'm saying? And if I had stood there and be like, man, I don't want to make this video about my Tinder dating experience because, you know, I might look unattractive to women. Bro, if I hadn't done that, we wouldn't be here today, right now. We wouldn't have people tuned in constantly trying to see what I'm about to upload next. Now I could upload a variety of different topics because they fuck with me, right? If I hadn't done that, there would be no Heck Speaks, gang. Word. So it's like, bro, People need to stop. Like, I understand the concern of other people thinking of you, but it's like, my nigga, you got one life. You got one. You don't got no respawns in this bitch. Use it the right way. Make sure you live your life to the point where you don't regret it, right? Live it to the point where, so when you get to 70, 80, or whenever it's your time to come, because everybody's time is coming, right? You got to be able to sit there in bed and be like, you know what? I think I did my thing, you know what I'm saying, while I'm alive. That's my goal. Like, everything I've done up until this point, you know, I've had my few mistakes. Everybody would wish they could replay time and do life again with the knowledge that they have. Everybody does. But if I were to, like, forbid this, but if I were to, like, pass tomorrow, I'd be pretty content, because I did exactly what I wanted to do. If I didn't like a certain situation, I got the fuck up on out of that bitch. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't like a particular job, I got out that bitch. I don't care how much money that bread was, it wasn't worth it for me. I got out that motherfucker. And I did what I wanted to do. Everything I said that I wanted to do, I've done it up until this point. For the majority, right? And if it doesn't happen, cool. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? And let's talk about the second point. Being nice is fundamentally dishonest, right? So say if you're in a relationship and you got friends and shit like that, right? You trying to be this nice guy and trying to weather the storm. I'm a recovering people pleaser and a nice guy. And I'm going to talk about that in a second, right? You are operating from a standpoint of, oh, if I do something nice for that person, you don't expect it to be done, obviously, back to you. But in your mind, covertly, you're being nice in hopes that they be nice back to you. So it's like, fuck that. If you want to say some shit, say some shit. You can't be, you know what I'm saying? You can't allow people to just, you can't just be nice to people and expect them to be nice back. That doesn't entail that they're going to be nice to you, bro. You could be the nicest person on the planet. That doesn't mean they're going to be nice back to you, bro. So you might as well be who the hell you are, right? Like, how can you be a people pleaser if you can't please yourself? You people too. I'm a people. So you can't be a people pleaser if you're not pleasing yourself. There's no relationship if you ain't 1,000%. You're gonna be 25% giving. And these motherfuckers is out here like, damn, this nigga, he nice as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? He say yes to anything. They don't respect you when you like that. I'm gonna just keep it a band. If you're a person that says yes to everything, and I've witnessed this because I was that person. I was the person that said, oh yeah, you need help? Yeah, no problem. Fuck that. Word. Fuck that. And you know why I say fuck that? Because the amount of times I say yes to mad people, and then when I need help, one favor. I got this thing going on. I ain't got it right now. Oh, word. Once I saw that happening a little too often, where it was like, bro, I say yes to everybody and their mother and their grandmother, but when it came time for me to ask for assistance or something, and I rarely ask for help, niggas ain't have no time for me. I said, bet, right? I want you to do this. I want you to do this. For 1 week, just be the person you want to be in your mind. I'm not saying be a jackass, right? But be the opposite of what you typically are. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a super nice person and you're like, keep everything all gleamy and nice and shit like that, be that asshole in the anime, right? When I say asshole, I mean be like Vegeta. Be kind, right? There's a difference between being nice and being kind. Being nice is a person that's like a carpet. You just roll out and just, people just going like this. They ain't saying thank you for rolling yourself out, nothing. You getting used and abused, pause. Right in the booty hole. You know what I'm saying? A kind person, if they see you do something that they don't like, they're not just gonna brush it off. They're gonna be like, hey, Brody, why'd you do that? I don't like when you do that. Please don't do that again. You do it again, you're done. Word. Right? Because if you don't have no boundaries, you treating people how to treat you, right? It's like dogs. You know what I'm saying? You see dog piss on the floor, you just got a new dog, he pissing on the floor and shit, and then you don't do nothing to reprimand that action, he gonna keep pissing on the floor, right? But if you reprimand that action, he gonna know if he piss on the floor again, that ass is mine. Word. Right? So we gotta come back. We gotta come back, right? We gotta come back and start realizing that, like, people need consequences too. And I hate to say it like this because I was one of the motherfuckers that was like, everything is sweet. Everyone has common sense. No, the fuck they don't. No, the fuck they don't. Clearly, if they did something that disrespected your boundaries, they don't know it exists, right? That's why there's certain people that will get upset at you when you have boundaries, especially if you're a person that haven't had boundaries in a long time and you're not, and you've been friends with this person for a long time. They see you getting some new boundaries. They're like, oh, you switching up on me, gang. No, nigga, you just can't benefit off of the fact that I have boundaries now. So now it's making it, the dynamic is shifting. It's either you fuck with it or you don't. Word to bro, right? I realize something. The more I speak up, the less friends I have. And it's a good thing, right? I used to want to have like big group of friends and shit, no beef with nobody. I want everything to be smooth. But that's a form of control too. You gotta let that shit go. Imagine you could just be what the fuck you want to be. It is so freeing. I'm telling y'all motherfuckers, it's the most freeing experience in the world. When you could just say what the fuck is on your mind. Right? I'm not saying go out here and just flip the middle finger at everybody. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. But I'm saying the more yeses you give to everybody, the less they're gonna value you, and the more you're saying no to yourself. You get what I'm saying? The more you say yes to shit, the more you say no to yourself. So make sure whatever you do is a hell yeah instead of a no. You know what I'm saying? Not even that. Make sure it's a hell yeah and not just like a yeah. Make sure it's something you absolutely want to do, because at the end of the day, it's taken away from what you want to do for yourself, right? Like real shit, it's going to be the most uncomfortable feeling that you ever have to experience, especially if you're anything like me, right? Who's used to being yes. Even now, to this day, I'm not going to lie, it'd be hard for me to be like, nah, I'm good on that. Like recently I had to, you know what I'm saying, turn down a performance, a gig, because I had to lock in with something else, but I felt guilty for being like, hey, I can't do the show because I'm so used to saying yes to everything, right? The money was good, but it's like long term, it's not really gonna do me justice, and it's not aligned with what I wanna do. So I was just like, damn, I really had to stare at my phone at 3 a.m. And I said, let me sleep on it, because I was gonna say yes in that moment. But I said, let me sleep on it, right? Woke up in the morning and I said, hey, I appreciate the opportunity, but I'm going to have to decline. I have some other things that I'm focusing on right now that I can't really give my full attention to this particular opportunity right now. I'm so thankful for this opportunity, but I'm going to have to pass. She said, okay, right? A lot of the times in our mind, when we are afraid to say no to somebody, we're afraid of the consequence. Like somebody's going to fucking blow up on us or you're going to die. You're not going to die. The worst situation that you think is going to paint in your mind, it's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why you have that, right? Or I have that, let me just speak from my experience, is because, maybe in the past, whenever you try to stand up or be yourself or you know what I'm saying, address your needs and concerns, you were met with some bullshit, right? Most of the times it comes from your parents, unfortunately, where you try to, be a kid, but as a kid, you also have the right to say no to something as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want to do a certain thing, you can be like, I'm good. I don't want to go there. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, if you don't, for a lot of parents, they will spank you. When it's like, damn, do you know that when you spank the kid, when they say no, you teaching them to be obedient and have no spine when they older, right? But it's like a lot of parents don't think about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially the Caribbeans, they have this toxic, like, everything goes in this bitch. Anything I say goes. So you get a lot of these especially the dudes, that's a very important trait to have, to be able to stand up and say what you believe in with your chest, right? It's a whole nother problem when you have to learn it in adulthood, me, right? I have to relearn how to say no, right? And that's a byproduct of me going to therapy and shit. I have to relearn that it's okay for me to change my mind about something. Like, I would say yes prematurely to that, and I'd be like, damn, why the fuck? I would get off the phone and be like, why the fuck did I say that? You know what I'm saying? And it's because of the pressure. Some people know how to pressure you to say yes too. You got to stand firm. You know what I'm saying? Some people will manipulate you into a yes too. But you got to stand firm. You got to reaffirm that boundary. And that shit is annoying, bro. It's just like, why the fuck? Another thing, you do not have to over-explain yourself for nobody. If you say no, they do not need a fucking reason. Word. That I had to learn too. I used to do this thing where I'd be like, no, because no. That's it. No is a good answer. That's it. Walk the fuck away. I'm telling you, bro, once you learn that shit, a whole new world is gonna open up for you. You're gonna stop getting in terrible relationships because you just want to be comfortable in shit. You want to spare the other person's feelings. You know what I'm saying? You're going to start getting the opportunities that you want because you leave space for other opportunities to come into your life. Because if you're saying yes to everything, you got no space. No space. You only got so many yeses. You got to treat them like a superpower. You know what I'm saying? So don't be out here saying yes to everything. I'm not saying say no to everything either. You got to have a balance. Now, if you wanted to take karate class and you saying no because you being a pussy, it's different. I'm like, bro, come on. You say you wanted to, go to that karate class. Go to that damn karate class. Stop being you know what I'm saying? Stop being a wuss. Why? But if you're saying no because it's not something you believe in, don't do it. Oh, yo, I think you should talk to that shorty, you know what I'm saying? And you looking at her, she's not really a type. And your friend is like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You've been talking about, da-da-da-da-da. And you're like, nah, that's not really me. I'm good. Or let me scratch that example. Your friend invites you to a bar and you don't drink, right? And you the nice guy, right? You come to the bar and shit. He's like, yo, bro, you gonna get us some drinks? In your mind, you're like, I don't drink. Why the fuck? Or you're someone who converted to not being a drinker. You want to stop drinking alcohol, right? The people pleaser is gonna be like, yes, say yes to keep it smooth, right? Because you want to avoid the next question that comes up. Why you not drinking? You're making it weird, right? Say no, right? Say no, because if you say yes, when the night is over, you're gonna be upset with yourself. I'm telling you, it's not worth it, right? Now you gotta start all over. So train yourself to be able to say no So that when you walk in these rooms, when it really matters to say no and you don't get yourself in a sticky situation, or if you're having a confrontation with somebody or a disagreement, you're not getting cornered, you know what I'm saying, into a situation that's not ideal for you, right? Nice guys do finish last. I'm going to keep it a band. Let me tell you why. So if you're dealing with a shorty, right, you want to be this fucking nice guy, right? And I've learned this too. Some of y'all motherfuckers, I'm speaking from experience as well. Some motherfuckers will miss the opportunity to get laid because they too nice. They want to be all noble and shit, right? They want to be like, oh yeah. A girl could literally be sitting in bed with you, half naked, right? And you over there like, she's like, so what you want to do? And you're like, oh, we can just watch TV. Shorty's right there, half naked, nigga. What are you doing, bro? Oh, we could just watch TV, bro. And then she's like, okay. She scoots in a little closer. You missing all the fucking signs. You see it, but you see it, but you trying to be noble. You know what I'm saying? This is when the shit works against you, right? And this is the problem that some of the attractive dudes that be having problems, right? You know what I'm saying? Because they'll be like, I could tell you why you haven't. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting laid, right? If you're an attractive, like if you get girls and you didn't get laid yet and you're still a virgin, there's a reason why, right? Unless you saving your you know what I'm saying, your wood for the one, that's a whole nother problem. Now, I'm not talking about that, right? So boom, she's scooting in closer and shit, right? Close, real close, like close, right? And you over here scooting back and shit, and then she's like, "What's wrong?" No, I'm just trying to be respectful. You know what I'm saying? That you put your arm around, you like this. You don't even put your arm around. You put your hands like this, and she over here trying to lay on your shoulder and shit. You over here like this. You know what I mean? Being all scary. You know what I'm saying? And then she's like, you know what? This was nice. I appreciate the date, but I'm gonna go home now. Puts her clothes back on. Does the walk of shame out the door. You fucked up. Now, if you was trying to be the asshole or the guy that gets the guy that you complain about that gets all the girls, right? You know what I'm saying? This is how you play it out, right? The shorty's in the bed, right? Right? She's sitting there. She's like, so like, what you want to do? Minute she say that, something smooth like, shit, what you trying to do? Like, you trying to make out? Boom! Score! Nice guys do this. The rim is over here, my nigga, not over there. Who the fuck is over there? So when y'all acting too nice, because it is an act at the end of the day, y'all be talking to yourselves in your mind, trying to plot it out. And like, should I do this? Nice guys are smart as fuck. I'm telling you, it's intelligent as shit, right? I'm saying that because I used to be one, right? They smart as shit. They know what the fuck they doing. Keep everything smooth. They're very good at managing situations. Very good, right? Keep everything peaceful. Keep everything good. Keep that some. But it's like, bro, when can you that shit is, the amount of situations you have to manage is annoying. It's a lot. Let that shit go. From this day on, after you watch this fucking video, I don't want to hear nobody being like, oh, bro, I don't know what to post on the internet because I don't want somebody to see. I don't give a fuck. Because that one video could be the one that take you up. Word to bro. Every time. It's literally every time, bro. Every time I said, nah, I don't want to do that. I'm afraid it's going to look a little crazy. The video that I think is going to look crazy is the one that do well. And the one that gets me a whole bunch of subscribers. Why is that? You know why? Everybody trying to play it safe too. You got to be that motherfucker that don't play it safe. That's going to give you that edge. That's what, if we're talking about life in general, girls like that shit. You like it when you watch anime. You like the dude, the badass in the anime, in the movies. The dude with the edge is the most like, oh shit, wow, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying go out here and be an asshole. I'm not not saying that. I'm just saying be a stand-up guy that actually has a pair of balls. For the shorties too, have a vajayjay. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow these people to walk all over you, man. If somebody's pushing up on you the wrong way, be like, yo, what's good with you? You know what I'm saying? If you're white, be like, ma'am, I don't appreciate that. Please tone it down. Or you'll get smacked, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. I don't know what the fuck y'all be saying, but you know what I'm saying? Not every conflict is going to end with hand-to-hand combat. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to have enemies. That's good. Haters are good. You know what I'm saying? I should get in the gym. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But it's like, bro, if I want y'all to leave with anything, bro, this is just for the guy that asked me in the DM, yo, how do I stop being allowing people to push me over and just live my life the way that I want to, bro? You got one life. If it really comes down to anything, you got one life. I don't want you to be, when it's your time to come, you was like, damn, I didn't do that because I thought people was gonna think that about me. Bro, does it really matter? Real shit? You could run outside butt naked, right? They're going to look at you for like 5 seconds and be like, yeah, he bugging. If you go to New York, crazy shit happens on a day-to-day basis, very frequently. And people just be so concerned about how they're going to make their next dollar because they trying to survive themselves. People are not that concerned about you as you think. They don't give a fuck. Think about the last time you thought about somebody on the street. You don't even remember who you just saw 5 minutes ago. Word. If you walked outside today, if you touched some grass, you don't know what the fuck were they wearing. Exactly. So wear that outfit, right? Do that crazy ass idea. Do whatever you think you want to do. Just make sure you're not out here murdering people, please. Don't do that shit. I'm not advocating for that. I'm saying live your life authentically and do as you like, because you got one shot at it, right? If you have a shorty that's like, if you're dealing with a shorty that's like, I like this type of dude, and that's not you, fuck that motherfucker. Same for the shorties. If you're dealing with a dude that say, oh yeah, I ain't really trying to get with you right now, I just want some of that ass. Fuck that. If that's not part of your program, if you're not just trying to get laid out and played out, move accordingly. And it's okay. It's okay. Word. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, guys, I'm wearing my hat to the side just to kind of further push the point. You know what I'm saying? That you got one life. Do what you want to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And make sure that the dream that you're following is your dream and not somebody else's dream. Okay? Do whatever you want with that information. But yes, if you need a particular audio book that you want to read or a short book, let's start with the audio book. I'm going to give y'all one book to listen to. You can find it on YouTube. Do your research. I'm not giving you the shit because, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's called The Courage to Be Disliked. Good book. You can find it on YouTube. It's like 8 hours. Tune into it while you have free time. And you're going to start to realize, man, wow, a lot of my issues could be solved if I just stop giving a fuck. Word. And I realized that too. A lot of my time I would spend like, damn, shit. I'm trying to spare somebody's feelings, but as a result of sparing their feelings, I'm hurting. Because I'm not saying what the hell I need to say, and the shit is going to continue if I don't say nothing. But I don't want to create that awkward tension, but it's also required if the relationship is going to be developed or fall, right? Sometimes the relationship needs to fall. Sometimes a conversation makes it progress further and develop into something even more beautiful, right? But if you hold your tongue, it will affect you in every aspect of your life. If you hold your tongue, it will, guaranteed, 1,000%, I put money on it. It will affect every aspect of your life. Do not let it affect yours. Word to bro. Hex Speaks 333, verse 333. Word. Put that on a shirt. On bro. Okay? You're going to be at jobs. Your boss going to be like, hey, would you mind working overtime for me and handle these papers? And you be like, oh, yes, sir. And then when you know what I'm saying? Third time, Hey, boss, can I ask for a favor? Is there any positions where I could, get some additional pay, get some more hours so I can get a raise? We'll have a look for you. I'll see what we can do. Shorty that don't do her job, but she cool with everybody, right? Or dude, don't do a job, cool with everybody, call off every fucking week. He get a fucking raise. You over there busting your ass working 60-hour weeks. You don't get no raise. But you could take the job, you could take your lead's paperwork and take on his task and get no raise. How many times does that have to happen to you for you to be like, you know what, fuck this, it's my time, on the ball. How many times does that have to happen to you? How many times, bro? How many times? Or you try to link up with a friend, right? And then the day of, oh, yo, bro, I got to go link with my shorty, you know what I'm saying? Or next meeting come up. Yo, remember we supposed to go bowling today? What's up, brody? Man, I'm tired, bro, you know what I'm saying? My nigga, we planned this 2 weeks ago. You couldn't tell me during the span of 2 weeks that you ain't feel like it? The fuck? You tired now. Oh. Every time we trying to link, you got something to do, you tired. You know what I'm saying? I be like, yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with you, but I really would appreciate it if you let me know in advance, because I'm dressed, I'm ready to go, I'm hyped. It's like when you give a kid a piece of candy, right? And he open the fucking candy, he see a damn rolled up piece of paper. Disappointed. You just gave me something to be falsely happy about. Like, what the fuck? You gave me hopes and dreams, nigga. I'm saying? Fuck that. You dealing with a shorty, right? You tell her, hey, baby. You talking to her for the first time. Hey, baby, let's go for a drink. She said, yeah, we could do that on Thursday. Thursday come around. We like, hey, 7 p.m., right? You still coming today? No message? Block that motherfucker. Word. I ain't taking no chances. Are you dumb? You gotta respect yourself for other people to respect you. Word. That's it. That's really it. Cause you in the gym, you showing up. You know what I mean? You look right. You look. You know what I'm saying? But it's like there's something coming in between. They be like, oh, I love a nice guy. No, the fuck they don't. They lying. They lying to you. I had this conversation with a shorty a couple days ago. She was like, I like my guys nice. I'm like, so you want a dude that's gonna say yes to everything that you want? She was like, yes. I'm like, so imagine this, right? Imagine, right? I think you had like a bad idea, right? And I say yes to that, and it could affect your life. And I'm supposed to be the man in your relationship that's supposed to guide you to make good life decisions, right? And I'm like, I don't think, and I say yes. Like, if you say, hey, babe, you think I should quit my job tomorrow because I don't like it? I'm like, yes. And then she actually does it? Who you think she gonna blame? And who she gonna start resenting? Yo dumb ass, right? Your ass should have been like, I don't think that's a great idea. Oh my God, but I really want to. Like, it's really not, like, mentally, it's just not doing it for me, It's just like, my boss, I'm like, I hear you, but if you want to get another job, you should find one first and then pivot. Do not quit tomorrow because you're going to put yourself in an even worse position. I don't even want to have this conversation anymore. Oh my God, bro. Like, I ain't want to hear that. Boom, boom, boom. I'm just giving you my honest take. You asked for my advice, so here's my point. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to follow it, but you know what I'm saying? You rather that issue or this issue? They want a kind dude. They don't want a nice guy that says yes to everything, bro. I had to learn that shit. My last girlfriend told me I was too nice. And that's probably why. I was out here. She was like, can I go to the club at 2 in the morning? I said, yes, go for it. Right? Go for it. You know why I say yes? Let me tell you why I say yes. Because I'm like, if she's going to cheat on me, that's her problem. Right? I also say yes because I was like, I don't think she's going to be out here wilding like this. But going to the club, to a club at 2 a.m., when you could be with me in the bed getting cracked, you choose the club over me? Crazy work. Crazy work. You know what I'm saying? I don't own her, no. But it's like, that should have been my opportunity to be like, nah, why you want to go to the club at 2 a.m.? Some girls literally just like that shit, and they will test you and be like, can I go to the club at 2? You say yes, and then they end up not going. You turned her the fuck off. I'm sorry, I hate the game. I hate it too. I hate playing it. That's why I don't even deal with shorties like that. If you want to play this fucking skip-a-roo game with me, I don't want to play. I keep it very straightforward. I'm like, hey, I don't fuck with that. Nope. You know what I'm saying? But it took me a while to get there. It's not a one-day process. I mean, you could switch it. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you know what I'm saying? It takes a while. If you're a person that's used to saying yes and you grew up being a people pleaser, it's gonna take a while to kind of transition. Okay? But yeah, this is the video. I don't want to make it too long. You know what I mean? And yeah, I want to hear y'all thoughts on this. You know what I'm saying? The book is called The Courage to Be Disliked. There's also The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And there's a short book called Lying by Sam Harris. You know what I'm saying? Do what you want. But I'm telling you, your inability to say no to people will cost you your own life. You're going to be pursuing everyone's dream of what they want your life to look like. For example, if your family tells you, oh, you should go to college, right? And you're like, you don't really want to do that. And you say yes anyway. And then on the last year you drop out, they're going to be extra disappointed. And then you just wasted 3 years of your life. And you already knew you didn't want to do that in the first place. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, the one thing about me, I always did what I wanted to do when it came to like my profession. That's where I had the strongest ability to say no. Everywhere else, like with my friends, you know, just relationships outside of professional work, I had a really hard time with saying no because, you know, I was afraid to lose my friends. But it's like, if I lose my friends when I have boundaries, that means I don't really have any friends to begin with. Those are not real friends. And that's what I had to really change my mindset around. And there's so many people in this world. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be alone. And even if you are, fuck it. I'd rather be alone and in peace than be with a bunch of fake motherfuckers that only like me when I'm saying yes to shit. And I'm not having my own personality. I'm just a fucking echo chamber of what the fuck they think. I'm just reflecting back what they say. Huh. I like girls that have no standards and be throwing punani. And I'm like, me too. Mind you, in my mind, I'm like, the fuck is he talking about? I'm like, bro, you're bugging. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My homies be like, yeah, I want kids. I'm like, I hear you, my boy. And then he's like, and I'm like, I don't want kids. You know what I'm saying? He's like, what's your relationship goals? I'm like, I don't want kids. You know what I'm saying? And be like, why is that? You know what I'm saying? I feel like your mind is going to change. I'm like, no. It's not going to change. It's not. It's pretty set in stone. I've been thinking like this since like 19. I don't want no kids, right? He's like, oh, well, I feel like every man should have a... I'm like, bro, I hear you. I'm going to support you when you have your child, you know what I'm saying? But for me, I'm good, right? And guess what? We're still friends to this day. Ain't no harm to it. Now, if I was being disrespectful about my shit, whole nother problem, right? We gonna have people unsubscribe to me for what I just said. But anyways, I don't want to make this a long, drawn-out video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you guys like this video. You guys be good.